So, I've been saying this since Mega Evolution was even available for pre order on TCG Player and on other websites that it wasn't a good buy. It's pretty expensive. We're far out. We don't know a lot of things about this set. It's the start of a new era. Buying at this price point is probably not the best idea. And surprisingly, the first time I made a video even talking about this set not being a great buy at the price point of like 270, it got a decent amount of dislikes. I don't know what it is, but people for some reason thought that maybe this was a good buy at the price point of $270 for an enhanced booster box. I guess, but there were so many factors. I'm like, okay, you could compare this to Destined Rivals in terms of price point. If I said that Destined Rivals, the set that was hyped up for a whole year, was not a good buy at 250, what in the world would make me think that Mega Evolution would be a better buy at 270? Just in itself, that would make it like pretty obvious that, it's probably not a good buy, right? I mean, people were even arguing Destined Rivals at 250, all it's not going to go up, and you see now it's what, like 310? So I was kind of surprised by, I guess, the reaction of, I guess, the people that watched the video, that some people may have thought this was actually a good buy. Now, we are still quite a bit away from the release of this set. I mean, we're still over a month away, but prices are starting to drop a little bit, and that's what I wanted to talk here today, just to show you guys that, yes, prices are dropping. This was not surprising, and people that were pre-ordering at those prices, even maybe towards $300, because some people were buying at that price when it first came out, available for pre-order. Like, this was obvious. This is why I told you guys I was not going to buy into it. I said that, you know what, honestly, if you can buy for 200 or under, I think that's not a bad buy. But chances are it's going to be hard to find them for even that price point. But I think Mega Evolution as a set, don't get me wrong and take it the wrong way that me saying not to buy it at this price point is a bad set. It looks good, but you also have to be realistic here. This is a base set, and that's what I think some people aren't even taking account. This is a base set. Historically, base sets, pull rates have been easier. Base sets historically also haven't been the best sets. So it's very possible sets after the base set might be even better. So do you want to really pay, 270, even now 250 for this booster box? It, to me, doesn't really make much sense. But hey, if you think it's a good idea, you can go ahead. But for me, I'm not buying at 250 because, like I said, if I wasn't buying Destined Rivals at 250, which I wasn't, I'm not going to buy Mega Evolution at this price point. But it is worth noting, prices have been dropping a little bit in the past 3 days here, all the way now down to 250. It was previously at 270. So like I said, we're still a ways from the set being released, but the fact it's already dropping this early on just shows that most likely, these are not going to be, 270, even $300 booster boxes. If I had to take a guess where this would be at, which would be a wild guess because we're still far out, I think these might get to maybe 220. I think that's very possible. It could be lower, but 220 to me sounds realistic now that it's already been dropping and we're still like a month and a half away from the release of the set. That could drop another $20-$30. I think that's realistic. And you can see there are some people here that have large amounts of this product. I don't know if these are real. Sometimes I see some people listing large amounts and they just disappear for some reason, but there's a few listings here that have a large amount, but I don't know if these numbers are actually real or not. But yeah, this has been dropping, and I wouldn't be surprised if it drops further. There are a few places that I wanted to talk about where you can buy this booster box for a bit less, which is worth noting. The first one being Forge and Fire. Now, Forge and Fire, I know there's like mixed reviews on the company, just I guess as a whole, but you can buy booster boxes for $240. It's a little bit cheaper than TCG Player, like $15 cheaper, and you can buy in quantities of 6. I actually wonder, let's just see here if you can buy the case. Let's see. Can you buy by the case? It doesn't really look like it. They just have the option of buying 6, which they might just send a sealed case. I've never bought from them before. They also have ETBs for 100. But this is one place I did want to mention that, was a place where I saw last time they were selling Destined Rivals for MSRP as well. Guys, search up this store, Strange Adventures. I don't know if I mentioned and talked about it when they had, pre-orders available for Destined Rivals, but they were selling it for MSRP. And I know a lot of people, like, it was talked about this like store because it was like a newer store and they had it available. I highly doubt a lot of people that place their pre-orders with this place got their pre-orders. This place, I think seemingly you could probably order infinite amounts of this product, and so you're just gonna get your money taken away. And even if you can get your money just refunded or whatever. I don't know if they have an option of maybe not paying up front. To me, it's just not worth it. I guess if they do have that option that you don't have to pay up front, maybe then you could just take that chance, because then I guess maybe it's zero risk. But if you have to put your money up front at MSRP for any of these stores, especially smaller stores, if you search up their store and they're like tiny, most likely there's large amounts of people buying from these places. The chance that you get product is super unlikely. But some people are going to take that chance. But a lot of these places, literally, if they take your money up front and they're selling for MSRP, they're just using your money as a free loan. Yes, you can just say, oh, well, it's just worth a shot. Maybe it is. But I'm telling you, a lot of people get refunded and they get upset. So I'm just going to warn you guys, if you buy from some smaller places like this, don't be surprised if your order gets refunded. I have not been able to find this product really for anywhere realistically for around $200. Like every place I find is around $250. But some places like this one are selling them for MSRP. But I am not wasting my time with these stores to pre-order at MSRP, because most likely you will not get your product, and a lot of these stores will cancel your order, and you would have just given them a free loan. So be careful with where you buy from. And if you want to take a chance, you're using a credit card, and I guess if hopefully get refunded, I guess you can take your chance. But some of these places, their customer service is not great, and you might have to go directly to your credit card company to dispute the charge. So I just want to talk about Mega Evolution here, that the price is already dropping, and I wouldn't be surprised if it dropped a bit more. Even though prices have dropped, I don't recommend buying at this price. I don't think they're going to drop to MSRP. I don't think that's going to happen. But also hearing from multiple YouTube channels that have distributors, apparently they are getting more Mega Evolutions than they did of other sets previously, which might be a sign that this might drop possibly a bit more than previous sets have before. Like with Destined Rivals, prices barely even dropped at all, right? They dropped like $10. I think with this set, especially being a base set, we'll see how pull rates are. Obviously, that's a big factor. This new rarity they came out with, Mega Ultra Rare, whatever it's called, that stuff could take into account of whether the price will drop more or less, or maybe it doesn't drop at all. But we'll have to see. But you got to remember, this is a base set, and I think a lot of people are forgetting about that factor. It is a base set, and that being said, it's not a set I'd be super bullish on, because just think about in previous history, has there been base sets that have been super well performing out of the entirety of the era? Usually not. Sun and Moon base, not really, right? Sword and Shield base, not really, right? You compare to all the other booster boxes, I mean, it's relatively expensive. And then Scarlet and Violet base. I mean, you look at those three eras, the base sets have never really been the outperforming booster box. I wouldn't go out of my way to spend $250 for this booster box right now. And like I said, I think fair price, $200 or under. That's about it. So for me, it's very possible I won't be buying any of this. But that's all I want to talk about here. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.